Well, your site might get hit a couple of times by algorithm updates, but the ones that always recover without doing much adjustments are the ones that follow the long-term approach, which is to always provide content that your viewers or site visitors need or deem useful. Now, we are not going to cover basic SEO tips like adding your focus keyword in meta title or adding alt text in your images. If you're looking for those tips, you can check out this video right here. We have left a link in the description. What we are going to talk about are more in-depth blogging tips that will make a difference to your blog. Let's go. Hey, it's Jack from RankMath, the one WordPress plugin that brings you the fastest and the most convenient SEO and AI tools for WordPress. And this channel is all about helping you grow your search traffic. So if you're new to us, consider subscribing. Anyway, let's go through the 9 blogging tips that will make a difference. Okay, we have a keyword research tutorial video right here that goes in depth on how you should choose keywords wisely, because if you target a keyword that is too competitive, if your site is new, there is no chance of ranking. And if you pick a keyword that no one is searching for, you'll be wasting your time as well. So keyword research is all about picking keywords that have an adequate search volume and with low to medium competition. But did you know that the common keyword research practice is meant for new sites only and not so much for established sites? I would say use keyword research for the initial stages of your website. Let's say the first published article to the 300th. This depends on the size of your niche, because at this stage of the blogging game, it is all about getting the most visibility. Then in the next phase, your focus should shift away from the basic keyword research to topical authority, which means regardless of the keyword competitiveness, as long as the keyword has search volume, you want to cover those topics so that you can be seen as an expert in your niche. That's unless the keyword has government content ranking at the top. So knowing when to pivot from keyword research to topical authority is the difference between surviving in blogging and thriving in it. If you read between the lines, analyze the past algorithm updates, you will realize that Google doesn't want you to just be a blog. It wants you to build something bigger, possibly a personal brand. Become someone that people can trust and become a business rather than a one-man blogging team. All this takes time, which is why you need to focus on the next tip. Now, this is the hard truth that most bloggers do not want to hear. Blogging should not be your main source of traffic. You need to expand beyond blogging. Let's say creating videos on YouTube or posting short videos on TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, or Pinterest. Maybe start a podcast. You can focus on email marketing as well. Google always changes its algorithms and your traffic might get hit. However, if you follow the principles we discussed in this video, your traffic should recover over time. But during the down period, you do not want your blog or business to be affected much. It is business sense. You cannot put everything in one basket or else it will crumble very quickly. However, does this mean that we shouldn't start a blog at all? No, a blog is a must. That's how you can build a brand that people trust. Remember, the goal of starting anything online is to create something into a business or a brand. So it is not just about blogging, it is not just about YouTubing or whatever. You need to take a holistic approach to content creation. Yes, you can start small as a blog, but for every piece of content you create on your blog, you need to think of a way to create them into a video. And with a long form video, you want to try to repurpose it into short videos to be posted on all other platforms. So view your blog as more than just a blog. View it as an essential piece of a puzzle in your entire organization. Now, with all the Google core updates that are happening, we see one thing. They are trying to clamp down on sites that use AI without much human touch. If your site is one of them, you might escape this update. But what are your chances for future updates? And the thing is, the blogging environment is getting more and more demanding. In the past, you can just take ideas from other blogs that are ranking, reword them, and make yours the most comprehensive piece of article, and you will rank. But now, blogging demands that you need to provide new information or things that the internet hasn't seen. And most of the time, these are the things that you have personally experienced or taken notice of. If you just use AI to write your content without much care, most of the time, they will write based on the information that they have learned. In other words, your blog post will not add value to whatever that is already out there. So if you want to use AI to write your content, make sure that you use it with care. For example, if I'm writing an in-depth review of this Tefal rice cooker and I'm at a section to convince why someone should buy this product, if I just write the prompt to say, write a section on why people should buy this Tefal R44 rice cooker, what it would do is to write based on what is already out there on the internet or based on the data of a large language model, so nothing of value to readers. So you have to add your personal experience in it. For example, you can add a prompt like this that includes your personal experience. It cooks rice in 20 minutes, while others takes about an hour. I've been using it for years, so it is durable and it is super easy to clean. If you do that, it will write content based on your experience, which is so much better than a generic content. So don't just fully rely on the AI, you need to add your input as well so that the AI can write original contents for you. If you want to learn more about how to use Content AI to write long-form content, you can check out this video, the link is in the description. Search intent of a keyword changes from time to time. For example, a search on this keyword years ago, you would just be searching for some general information because AI tools were not that advanced. If your site was ranking at the top for your general information, that quickly changes as AI tools become more advanced. People searching for that keyword now wants to find new AI tools, new strategies, and case studies of how other businesses use AI for small business marketing. So you have to keep yourself up to date and know when to update your content to better suit the needs of your audience. You can ask the AI to help as well. For example, let's have a hypothetical scenario. Let's say that the technology of charcoal grills, gas grills, or whatever grills has advanced to the level where the cleaning and maintenance are now automated. And you have a barbecue website with a list of published content. You want to know which content needs to be updated. So you can use a tool like ChatGPT, write a prompt like giving the AI the context of where you are coming from. For example, grills can now be automated. Cleaning, maintenance, and checking the condition of the grill can now be done without you being physically present. They all can be done through an app. This is the industry update you are concerned with. And you continue with, based on this information, this is the list of articles I have on my site. Which do you think will need to be updated to match the search intent of current and future searchers? And now to grab the SEO titles of all your published articles. It's a very simple task if you have RankMath installed on your site. Hover to RankMath SEO, click on Status and Tools, and under Import and Export, scroll to the CSV file section, click on Export CSV. I will export only the post data, and now to download the CSV file. If you have a software that can open up this CSV file, great, do that. But if you don't, you can upload the file to Google Sheets and access it there. Open up a blank spreadsheet, go to File, Import, and upload the file. Once done, expand the SEO title column, copy all the SEO titles, and paste it to the prompt. In a while, it will tell you which are the articles you need to update. Of course, exercise some common sense to know if what the AI said makes sense. And speaking about updating your content, here's another one. Over time, content gets better and better. Your content could have ranked at the top last year, but this year your rankings have dropped. It's not because the quality of your content is bad. I mean, if you ask any bloggers what they think about the quality of their content, they would say they're good. But why isn't their content ranking well now? It is because the people and the AI writing the content have leveled up. They have become better and better after learning what's ranking well and adapting to it. Content will constantly upgrade over time. So if your once doing well content is not doing so well now, it's time to update it. I will do it in phases. Don't let your ego get in the way. The first phase is targeting content that was doing well last year, but not so well this year. You will need to visit your Google Search Console, go to your performance report, click on the date filter, set it to compare last 28 days year over year, and hit apply. And then scroll down, select pages, and see those pages that were affected the most. You want to update them with the most current information. Then once all the pages in phase 1 are updated, phase 2 will be targeting top pages, meaning those pages that are ranking at the top and getting a lot of traffic. You want to make sure that those pages stay at the top, so you should revisit them at least once every 3 months to try and add any information or knowledge that should have been updated, or remove any parts of the content that are outdated. To see which are your top pages, If you have RankMath installed on your site and you have connected your Google Analytics and Search Console, hover to RankMath SEO and Analytics, go to SEO Performance, then scroll down to your list of content, sort them by clicks, and these are all your top pages. Then for phase 3, it will be updating the content for the rest of your site, but in a smart way, which means you need to prioritize your content for updating based on its business interests. In other words, articles that are more important to your business and revenue. Then remove those pages that were published recently, like within 6 months, because I presume the contents are up to date and you don't want to waste extra time on them, as well as those you have already updated in the previous phases. And once you have the finalized list of content, if you don't have a large team of content writers, mark out a month in your calendar to fully focus on updating the content based on their priority. Now, if your site is already established, the best place for you to find keyword opportunities is through your Google Search Console, because Google will tell you what people are looking for. For example, when you go to the Performance tab of your Search Console, look through the data of any pages. Best is to go through every page, but let's take this as an example. Then you want to go through the queries or keywords this page is ranking for, and you want to sort the data by impressions. What this would do is that it will show you all the keywords this page is ranking for in the given time period, but that page is not ranking so well for them, depending on the clicks to impression ratio, which is called click-through rate. If the click-through rate is not so good, maybe below 1%, it may be because it is not providing enough information, or better yet, the page is not matching the search intent of these keywords. Because if there is a mismatch of search intent, it is a new keyword opportunity to create a new piece of content. Now, in case you don't know what search intent is, I highly recommend that you watch this video. It is important for any blogger to understand search intent so that they can craft better content. If your article does not serve the right intent, it will never rank for the keywords you intended it to. So go watch that video if you don't understand what search intent means. You see the title of the page that is ranking for these keywords is online jobs for bilingual. So the first few keywords are matching the search intent of the page, but online Spanish jobs, freelance Spanish jobs seems to be for a different search intent. People searching for these keywords probably want to know what jobs they can do if they speak Spanish. So since these two keywords have a different search intent, you should create a new piece of content that serves the search intent for these two. You don't need to worry about the search volume because you know there are people searching for them. Let's expand this list. Now, as you go through the list, here's another keyword that serves a different search intent: multi-language career sites. Because people searching for this keyword are not looking for different types of jobs, but instead they are looking for sites to find jobs. So this is another keyword opportunity. So you want to go through this list of keywords a particular page is ranking for, and you will find lots of keyword gems. And don't do it on just one page, do it on all pages if possible. Google is already telling you that you have the opportunity to rank for those keywords. It is either you optimize your current page to rank for those keywords with the same search intent, or you create a new piece of content for those keywords that serves a different intent. Internal links are simply links from a page of your website to another page on your website. For example, on this page of RankMath, it adds a link on this text. Tags with links are called anchor tags. And if you click on it, it sends you to another page on RankMath. You're still on the same website, and that link is called an internal link. It is important that you optimize your internal links because it helps visitors navigate through your site. That improves user experience, it helps search engines understand the structure of your site, and it helps distribute authority across the pages of your site. So internal links are important since the existence of SEO and blogging. So let me share with you some ways to find internal linking opportunities. The first way is simply to export your site's SEO data again, but with additional fields. So hover to RankMath SEO, Status and Tools, select Import and Export, scroll to CSV file, export CSV. Now instead of these basic settings, we want to use the advanced options. Depending on which post types you write your content, you want to select that. In this case, we don't need pages or products. These are not helpful, and we don't need all the user roles since this is a one author site. Yours might be different. Now the important thing is to check this so that there will be link count information in the spreadsheet. Let's export this. Now check this out. Towards the last few columns, we have the internal link count, which are the number of internal links on this page. If any page here has 0 or below 3 internal links, you may want to add more to it. In this case, it is all the pages. You can add a filter to the column as well. I'm using Google Sheets, by the way. So you can filter by condition, say any value that is less than 3. So let's say I change this to 4. And I filter this, it will remove the page with more than 4 internal links. Another thing to look at is the incoming links column. For now, just let me hide all these columns so it's easy for you to see. This is the number of internal links a page is receiving from other pages of your site. So if the value is 0, it means there are no internal links pointing to this page. In SEO terms, this is considered an orphan page, which is not good for SEO. So you want to make sure that there are some relevant pages linking to it. The key is relevance. You don't want to just add links between pages that are not relevant to each other. Another way to find internal linking opportunities is to use your post list. There are several steps. It is all about grouping and categorizing. Now let's say that the business of this website is selling BBQ cleaning equipment and you want your site to be an authority in the BBQ maintenance niche. So on your spreadsheet, you want to open up another blank sheet and you want to name it, say, BBQ maintenance, or whatever niche or name you want to be an authority. Now you want to copy the same heading from the previous sheet. Then let's go back to your post list. If you have written content on your blog, you would know what keywords or terms that are commonly used in the niche. For example, maintenance. So on your post list, you want to find posts or articles that have the term maintenance in it. So you search for it, and these are all the posts that contain the word maintenance. Now putting both pages side by side, you want to copy those that appear on the post list to the news sheet. So for example, pellet smoker versus electric smoker. This is the post. Let's copy, go to the news sheet and paste it. You do the same for the rest. Now, there are many other ways to categorize your content. I'm just giving you an example of how this can be done. So let your imagination run wild. Then from here, you see there are 4 posts that relates to BBQ maintenance. The thing is, they should be linked together, which means if the incoming link count for either of these pages is below 4, that page needs work. And if the number of internal links on a page is below 4 as well, it needs work. The number shouldn't be lesser than the number of posts in this group. Now, I will quickly share with you one more method to find internal linking opportunities. Using your Google Search Console, scroll down and search for links, and you will reach a page like this. Over here, you will find those pages that have the most backlinks, which are links from other websites to yours. The more quality backlinks you have, the more trustworthy your site will appear to the search engines. So all the trust factor, link juice, and all the good stuff are consolidated on these few pages. But let's focus on this. Let's say you want to distribute the good stuff from this page to the other pages of your site. So you want to understand the context of this page and find the most relevant page that has the most internal links. Let's say that this page is talking about speed optimization and it has lots of backlinks. So one of the top pages that have the most internal links, let's say this, is about core web vitals. So what you want to do is to visit this page and add an internal link to this page so that the link juice and all the good stuff will be distributed to this page. And from there, it will be distributed to the other pages that are linked from this page. Hope this makes sense. Now, I've spent a lot of time on this tip, so you know this is one of the most important. Heard of the term wall of text? It means your content is full of text with no images or visuals that breaks it up. Now, most of us write content on our desktop or laptop. It may look good on our screens, but if you see it on mobile devices, you have one scroll, 2 scroll, and a 3rd scroll is still full of text. So what would a typical user do? They close the browser and focus on something else. What you can do is go through the most important pages on your site. If you have more resources, then all the pages obviously. Then right-click, inspect, click on this toggle device toolbar, and now you can select the device to browse your page. For small screen devices, you can select iPhone SE. For medium-sized phones, you can select iPhone XR. And for larger screen sizes, you can select either iPhone 12 Pro or 14 Max Pro. Feel free to explore the other options. What you want to look out for is as you scroll once, it is fine to have all text, but by 2.5 or the 3rd scroll, you should start to see something else that breaks up the text. As you can see, this is 1 scroll, 1.5 scroll. You can see this notification box that breaks up the text. words, then there are images, lots of them, so this page will keep the viewers engaged. Also, if you are using rank math on your WordPress site, we do some checks for you too. You see on our list of SEO checks, there is a set of content readability checks. So for example, if one of your paragraphs is more than 120 words, we will flag it down. Make sure that this eye icon is turned on, so when you scroll down, it will tell you which part of the article it was flagged. And if you like, you can have the paragraph shortened by AI. Now, another thing that may enhance the readability and user experience is the use of EM or REM instead of the well-known pixels. EM and REM are both relative units of measurement used for sizing elements like fonts, margins, paddings, etc. that allows for more scalable and responsive design. You see, every browser will have a certain set of browsing settings. Check this out. Currently, the font size is medium, and if I change the settings to tiny, notice the size of text on ChatGPT, it becomes really small. That's because the size of text is respecting the settings. So 1 REM means the size of text should follow the browser settings. 2 REM means twice the size of the settings, and 0.8 REM means the text should be a little smaller than the settings. However, if you have a fixed pixel for your text and spacing, it will not respect the browser settings. The font size will be fixed at the size you determine, just like this. Now your next question is, what is the difference between EM and REM, right? The difference is that the R in the EM is called root, and it compares the number multipliers to the root document, which is the HTML. If you visit any page, right-click and inspect it. In the page elements, scroll all the way to the top, and you will see the HTML tag. Most of the time, this is influenced by the browser settings, unless the site owner set it otherwise. But for EM, the number multiplier finds the closest parent element to compare it with. For example, if you have set the font size of this text as 1.5 EM, and the closest parent to the text element is the column element it is in, and you set the font size of this column as 20 pixels, the font size of the text will be 30 pixels because 20 times 1.5 is 30. So EM finds the nearest parent for comparison, while REM finds the root document, such as the HTML for comparison. This is not a web design course, so you can explore it on your end, but all I can say is that EM and REM provides better user experience in a sense. And what does Google prioritize? User experience. You read between the lines. You have the power of AI at your fingertips, so why not use it? Don't spend time writing meta titles and descriptions. If you use rank math, click on edit snippets, generate with AI, and it will write for you. If you like this meta information, add it to your post, and they will be right here. Need help creating a blog post outline? We have a tool for you. This will speed up your research process. And these are all the AI blogging tools available on your WordPress editor for free if you use rank math. Check out this video to find out more. The link's in the description. And if you want to optimize your page based on the articles that are ranking for your targeted keyword, the Content AI research feature will scrape the web and tell you all the pertinent information so that you will have the highest chance to rank. Plus, you have access to all other AI social tools that will help you quickly create shareable content on various platforms. So leveraging AI to do simple blogging tasks will free up your time for more important tasks like original research. Anyway, if you want more blogging tips, check out the link in the description that will bring you to our written blog post. There will be more tips on that page. Anyway, I hope that with these blogging tips, you will be able to grow your blog into a business or brand. The environment is changing very rapidly, so if you don't adapt, you will get left behind. Nevertheless, if you find this video helpful, please help us out by clicking that thumbs up button and subscribe to us if you want to learn more about SEO. This is Jack from Rank Math. I'll see you soon.